Obviously, no one wants to hear they have a disease they'll have to manage for the rest of their life, but some are preventable. A program at Sarasota Memorial Hospital is working to do just that. And SNN's Nicole Somavilla joins us now with more. Nicole?
Good evening, Hallie. Well, most of us know that type 2 diabetes can be prevented by maintaining a healthy lifestyle, but it can be pretty overwhelming trying to figure out where to start, especially if you know that you are at risk. But like many things, it all starts with education. It's called Prevent T2, a year-long program approved by the CDC to prevent or delay the onset of type 2 diabetes for those considered at risk.
You have to be 18 years or older, overweight, and then you have to have either some lab values, fasting blood sugar between 100 and 125.
Gudrun Novak helps run the program at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, covering topics like healthy eating, exercise, stress management, and sleep.
Participants will lose 5 to 7% of their starting body weight, and that they'll be exercising 150 minutes a week.
Sounds intimidating, but for Hazel Griggs, it's the type of education that turned her life around.
My hemoglobin A1C, which is used to measure your blood glucose levels over a 2 to 3 month period, have dropped drastically,
helping prevent further damage to her organs and prolong her life. Now, just to give you an idea of how impactful Prevent T2 really is, going through the program can cut your risk of getting type 2 diabetes in half.
And if you're 60 years or older, you can actually reduce your risk of diabetes by 70%.
Greg says when she first learned her diagnosis, she was in denial. Even as a registered nurse, she didn't think the disease would target her.
Had I received the education that I've received most recently, I probably could have been able to prevent the progression of my disease, maybe not even gone so far as to be on insulin.
Now she's urging others to get educated early and take your life into your own hands.
Seek out the knowledge that's available. You can help prevent the progression of the disease.
And as I mentioned, it is a year-long program, so it's definitely something that you have to be committed to before you go into it.
And you know, what kind of setting is the course? Is it online? Is it in person?
So it's in person. It's a classroom setting, but it's not your typical classroom where you're listening to an instructor or a teacher. It's kind of like one of those things like AA in a sense where everyone's kind of sitting around sharing stories. So you can kind of hold each other accountable and learn what worked for others and what might work for you.
That's such a, like you said, it's such an important part, the education, because if you just take those steps now, you can prevent yourself from even getting type 2.
And there's so much more that goes into it too. It's not about just what you eat, it's about exercising and
sleep
too.
It's a total lifestyle commitment, everything. Sleep is big.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for that.
Thank you, Hallie.